So it's Monday. It's 20, 24 degrees out here at the moment. The forecast is for it to be 34 by the end of the afternoon. I've been up since 6. It's now 10:30. I just went back to bed an hour ago to try and get a bit more sleep, but I'd had too much coffee, so I had to keep getting up for the loo. Whilst I was laying there trying to be asleep, my head was going, as it is often the case, and I was thinking about, and this is it's more about tattle, which is not of interest to everybody, but I thought that I would talk about this, and then maybe we can all move on. I was thinking about, on tattle, they refer to me as Queen Cathy or Saint Cathy of Little, and I think that there may be a conception. That might not be the right word. Oh, here we go. Drive by. Fag in his mouth, hanging open. It's not conception, is it? Might be perception. There might be a perception that I created those titles. I didn't. In fact, it was you, Trengilly. It's you that I have to thank for that. Just thank you. So I didn't crown myself queen, and it's not something that I would do, and I actually hate it. But it's continued, and I would prefer it not to. And then Jules made that tile of me for the first Chateau wrap-up vlog that I was a guest on, of me, like looking like bloody Britannia. I see the funny side of it, but at the same time, it's not me. It's so grandiose. I hate it. What I did create was Fanny Four Flues, and I don't think anybody realizes that came from me. I should have what's the word? I should have patented it, the title Fanny Four Flues. So they use that a lot on tattle. But if they would let go of the Queen, and they'd let go of the Saint Cathy, and they'd let go of that stained glass fucking window, they might be able to move on as well, because they're just stirring it up all the time, and they can't. They're still mentioning me now and again. After how many days? 2 days. They're still talking about it. The whole debacle about my grammar. They're not going on about my grammar, but they are a bit trying to work out whether it is indeed a Kentism. I don't know whether it is. I have no idea. I grew up using those terms, and my mother wasn't born in Kent. Neither was my father, so I was born in Kent. But I imagine that my grammar will have come from my mother, who was born in Luton, of all places. So your guess is as good as mine. Let go of the Queen, let go of the Saint, and let go of the stained glass window and move away. That would be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be great? So this afternoon we've got Mark's hospital appointment with the knee surgeon again. A different surgeon, apparently, we were told it would be. We're both waiting with bated breath to see what the outcome of that is. It'd be really nice to have an appointment coming up soon for him to go in for surgery. Really nice. We had the aircon going all night in the bedroom, and it's a machine that empties the water, the condensed water, out of a hose pipe. So that hose pipe is typical of our house. That hose pipe has to evacuate into a watering can. We didn't use it last year, the aircon, and I'd forgotten that we would normally have a second watering can up there to swap over in if the first watering can started to get too full. So that's what happened last night. It hadn't overflowed, But it had got very full. So I hear him coming down the stairs, not coming down the stairs very well, and I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, it worries me because he doesn't sound as he isn't as nimble as he was, and he's always the one that's been nimble and me less so. So I can hear him coming down the stairs, and it's like, that doesn't sound good. So I go out to look, and he's struggling down with a full watering can, and they are, how many litres are they? Can't remember, but they're very heavy. I mean, I struggle with a full one. Then he's got his book and his other stuff in his hand, because he always has to come with everything. He can't leave stuff behind or do 2 trips or ask me to go and get some. He has to carry everything, and it just looks so worrying. And I really want him to get this surgery done so he can get back to being Mark, who's steady on his feet. One of my subscribers said the other day, sorry I'm not remembering, Rachel, I am remembering, Rachel said that she's 85 and she had a knee op. I'm not sure how long ago, but she said that she lives in Normandy. Oh God, my memory. She lives in Normandy, and she had a knee op and a knee replacement, and she had a month of intense physio. Well, that's what he's likely to get. You get a month of re-education, which is the physio rehabilitation. And she said that she healed really quickly and it worked really well, and she's really pleased with it, and she feels it feels so much better. I'm not sure whether she said she felt younger, but I thought, well, she's 85. Mark's mum was 80, I think, when she had her knee replacement. He's 75, but he says he feels like an 85-year-old. I'm not sure how he knows how an 85-year-old feels, but there you go. So yeah, it'll be so good. It'll be so good to get that done. And I imagine, I'm not sure how soon after the first one he can have the second one done, because I'm pretty certain, well, I know that they both are in need. His right one is his worst one, but both knees are in need of repair, so that'll be really good. He spoke to his sister on the phone last night, and she couldn't help herself. She couldn't help herself when he told her, because she doesn't ask. She never asks. She hasn't contacted him since we came back from Canada, and he hangs on. Eventually he thinks I should ring her, and it's always him ringing her. And if you're watching this, Penny Tough, he spoke to her last night, and they talked about all the stuff that's going on and whatever, and he said to her towards the end of the conversation, oh, waiting for a knee replacement, la la la. And she said, did they talk to you about your weight? And she always has to bring weight up. And what's interesting is, it's not like we're blind to the fact we're morbidly obese. We're not. But not one of the doctors we've seen, not the surgeon, nobody we've seen has talked about, hold on, I'm getting a call which I need to cancel, and then I'll go to it. I'll ring them in a minute. That's the hospital. Nobody we've seen, medical qualified people, has said anything to him about weight. And we always sort of assume that, his knees are going because of his weight. But actually, the people we know locally, and people I know, I've got my ex-husband's wife had a hip replacement. She's slim, she's fit. My friend Tina had a hip replacement. She's slim, she's fit. 2 people we know in the local town, 2 men we know in the local town, both slim, probably fit, had knee replacements. It's not a weight thing, and it really pisses us off when she goes, weight. She always has to bring it up, and she's not that slim herself. I think she thinks she is, but she isn't. It's like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I better go, because that was the hospital. I better ring them back and see what they wanted. Probably to cancel the fucking appointment. Yeah, probably to cancel the appointment. Okay, so we'll let you know how things go later.